So, yeah, I mean, my analysis of that is that it's very often the case that when institutions change their policies, they don't declare publicly that it was the result of activist pressure. We have quite a lot of that in institutions that I work for. I don't think it betrays a failure of people who support BDS to talk and to debate and to write letters and to do things. I mean, just to give you a sense of what this means, instead of going to Tel Aviv University to give a paper about Syrian workers, that would be how I would advance my career, and that would be how I, as a career academic, would make progress. But instead of that, I say I won't do that because that's business as usual. So, but instead, I do interact with Tel Aviv University, but in a way that tries to challenge their complicity with militarized forms of occupation. So, and the silencing of academic freedom on campus. So, I mean, there is an interaction, there is an engagement, and there are some specific examples where it has worked with regard to programs that didn't get moved to the Hebrew University. But again, it wasn't publicized. And I think, but the main point about Veolia is that it's a commercial logic. Some people who don't care a hoot about Israelis or Palestinians will make commercial decisions. It's a bit awkward now to support the infrastructure of the occupation. We will run into issues of corporate social responsibility. We might get some, rather nasty, sort of grungy-looking campaigners showing up on our doorstep with pictures of murdered Palestinian babies. And perhaps we don't want to really go down that road. So even if Israelis aren't talking about it, the idea, the strategy that I allude to with Veolia is that you get people making once the campaign reaches a certain critical mass, commercial decisions start to be taken, which then have a sort of an impact.
I didn't tell anyone here not to support BDS. It's not my job to tell anyone what to do or what to think. What the argument I'm making is that I don't think it's effective in ending the occupation. And I agree with you entirely that a unified Palestinian strategy is hugely important, and you are much better placed than me to suggest whether BDS is having that impact on Palestinian society. But I'm coming from the perspective of what I think is going to end the occupation. I don't think BDS is going to end it, and I'm not passing judgment on those who support it. I don't think the BDS movement is racist. I think there are elements in it that are questionable, and I think that there are parts of its aims which are highly questionable in terms of whether you think Israel has a right to exist or not. I don't think the people who engage in BDS because they're anti-Semite. I do take issue with the notion that the entire creation of the state of Israel was a colonial settler project, and I think that if that is what you think, you don't have a very nuanced understanding of early Zionism and early 20th century nationalism.